I was 6 years old, and 7 years old, I remember the Boston school system riots were happening, where they were trying to integrate the school system in Boston. And there were adults turning school buses over. School bus. Imagine turning a school bus over full of children, being that filled with hatred that you'd actually turn a school bus full of children over on its side. And I remember seeing on the 6 o'clock news when I was a child, adults rocking school buses back and forth and turning them all. They actually put the school bus on its side. Imagine how terrified the children in that bus were when that was happening. And this is adults doing this stuff. People suffered. People fought very hard for their rights. You know, things that are taken for granted now. If you were black and you wanted to swim in the white pool, or you wanted to eat at the white lunch counter, that was a big deal. You couldn't do that. There were actual laws. You go to jail. You sit your ass down on a stool at a white lunch counter. Sit your black ass down on that stool and see where you end up under Jim Crow. And I guarantee you it won't be a smooth trip to jail either. They'll beat you to a bloody pulp between that stool and the jail cell. You might not live. They might kill you. That did happen. There were a lot of those people died in custody, and stuff. And of course there was always some bullshit explanation. But that sort of thing happened. There were a lot of people murdered, trying to assert their basic human rights, trying to have just a little decency and a little dignity, trying to be afforded what anybody should have as a birthright. Like I say, I caught the tail end of that. I remember some of that. And now I was up here in Canada watching it on the news. But it did affect me, it made an impression on me. It did. Seeing these things happen. And like I say, the image of those school buses being turned over in Boston in 1974, that is with me. That's an image that'll never leave me. And so the thing is, all of this to say,